Hi guys, here we are in lesson 16. This is the first video, and we are using line plots to represent data sets that have fractions and to analyze data and solve problems. So here you can see we have a problem right here. Time spent practicing instrument. And Tara's claim is that most students spend more than 1.5 hours practicing their instruments. And we are going to say whether we agree or disagree with Tara's claim. So most students spend more than 1.5 hours practicing their instruments. This is very important because people can lie with data and lie with graphs, and we have to pay close attention. So what do you think? Look at it. More than 1.5 hours. So more than 1.5 hours would be 1 3/4 hours and 2 hours. How many people practice 1 3/4 and 2 hours? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 students. And how many people practice less than that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I don't think we can say most of them are practicing more than 1.5 hours. Now, do you see that maybe Tara made a little mistake in her work there? Maybe she was thinking about 1.5 hours or more. If we changed it to say students spend 1.5 or more hours practicing, then that would make that 9, 10, 11. And that would mean that we only have 9 less than that, right? So then that would make it most students spending 1.5 hours or more practicing, right? Okay, now we have another graph that Tara made, and let's check that one out. Okay, here's another graph and another claim. Time spent practicing instruments. Tara's claim is that the most frequent number of hours that students spend practicing their instruments is 1 3/4 hours. So most frequent, that would mean that's the one that's happening most often, right? And we can see 1 3/4 hours has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? There's 5 students who are practicing 1 3/4 hours, but do you see a problem? Also, 3/4 hours also has 5 students. So we can't say the most frequent if we have two numbers that are the same, right? So today we're going to be solving problems by using data represented in a line plot. All right. Very good. Let's go to page 1 in your Learn book, and let's look at the first problem that we have there. Let's see if I can pull it up for us. All right, there we go. Whoop. Mr. Sharma and his pumpkin. Let's see if it's going to pop up here for us. There we go. All right. Mr. Sharma weighs each pumpkin that he sells at his pumpkin farm. He records the data on a line plot. And you can see the line plot right here. Okay. You see we have a line break like we did in lesson 15. That means that we're jumping from 0 to 11 and we're not going to put any space in there, right? And then we have our weight in pounds of our pumpkins. So what does each X in the line plot represent? Each X is going to be one pumpkin that he sold, right? Weights of pumpkins sold. What do you notice about the number line for the line plot? Yeah, we already talked a little bit about how we're jumping here, but do you notice something else? 11 to 12 and 12 to 13. So we have some fractional parts in here, don't we? So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it looks like they're broken into eighths, right? So 11 and 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8 is going to be our first one on the first pumpkin would be 11 and 6/8 pounds. Okay. How many pumpkins did Mr. Sharma sell? All right, that's letter A. So you're going to be recording the answer. Make sure that you're taking notes and writing down the answers that you see. How many pumpkins did he sell? Count our little X's here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He sold 15 pumpkins. So that's the answer to letter A. And then letter B, what is the weight of the heaviest pumpkin? The heaviest pumpkin is going to be way over here. And we have to count by eighths. So 12 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our heaviest pumpkin is going to be 12 and 6/8. What are we weighing in? We're weighing in pounds, right? Do you know how to abbreviate pounds? Hopefully you do. LB. Yeah, that's a long story about how LB get to mean pounds, but it does. And 12 and 6/8 pounds. Okay, and what is the most frequent weight? That's going to be C down here on the bottom. Sorry, it's kind of hidden there. What is the most frequent weight? Now remember, most frequent weight means the one that we see most often. So most frequent weight would be the one right here. That's 1 less than 12. So that would be 11 and 7/8 pounds, right? 11 and 7/8, and make sure that you're putting LB to label. We're not measuring in grams, we're measuring in pounds. 11 and 7/8 pounds. Now, what is the total weight of the 2 lightest pumpkins? That's letter D here. What is the total weight of the 2 lightest pumpkins? Well, we know that we have 1 here. And then we have 3 that weigh the same. So we can take one of those too, right? So 11 and 7/8 plus 11 and 6/8. 11 and 7/8 plus 11 and 6/8. And you're going to add those two together, and that will be your answer for letter D. All right. I think you can add those two together very well, and make sure you write it down, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for your kind attention. Aloha.